History glorifies kings and emperors. But behind the pages of time, there were women warriors who fought with courage so fierce, they shook empires. Women who were never meant to be remembered, because their victories threatened the men who wrote history. Tonight, we uncover the 5 forgotten female warriors who changed the world. 1. Boudica, the queen who made Rome tremble. Time: 60 AD, 1st century AD, reign of Emperor Nero. When Rome expanded into Britain, they believed the tribes would surrender quietly. But they underestimated one woman, Boudica, the widowed queen of the Iceni tribe. After her husband's death, Romans seized her lands, flogged her publicly, and assaulted her daughters. Humiliation turned into fury. Boudica rallied nearly 100,000 Celtic warriors from different tribes. With fire in her heart, she led them into battle. In 60 AD, her forces destroyed Roman settlements, including Camulodunum, Colchester, and even Londinium, modern-day London, burning them to the ground. Roman records say nearly 70,000 Romans and allies were killed. For a moment, the great Roman Empire trembled before a single woman. Though eventually defeated, her rebellion became a symbol of resistance. Even in death, she was remembered as the warrior queen of the Britons. 2. Tomo Guzan, the fearless samurai. Time: 1180 to 1185 AD, during the Genpei War, late Heian period of Japan. Japan's samurai code was built for men, but Tomo Guzan rewrote the rules. She was not only skilled with the katana sword but also a master archer and an exceptional horse rider. Serving under Lord Kiso Yashinaka, she fought during the Genpei War between the Minamoto and Taira clans. Historical texts describe her as a warrior worth 1,000 men, beautiful, fearless, and unmatched in strength. At the Battle of Owazu 1184, when Yashinaka faced defeat, Tomo fought fiercely, cutting down enemy warriors before retreating. Her legend was so powerful that even centuries later, kabuki plays and samurai stories celebrated her as Japan's most fearless female warrior. 3. Artemisia I, the Admiral of Xerxes. Time: 480 BC, during the Greco-Persian Wars. When King Xerxes of Persia launched his massive invasion of Greece, one of his most trusted commanders was not a man, but a woman, Artemisia I of Caria. She ruled as queen of Halicarnassus, modern-day Turkey, and commanded 5 warships in Xerxes' navy. At the Battle of Salamis 480 BC, when Persian fleets fell into chaos, Artemisia showed unmatched cunning. To escape Greek pursuit, she rammed and sank a Persian allied ship, tricking the Greeks into believing she was one of them. Xerxes, watching from afar, is said to have exclaimed, "My men have become women, and my women have become men." Even her enemies, the Athenians, placed a reward for capturing her alive, a rare acknowledgement of her power. 4. The Dahomey Amazons, the Women's Army of Africa. Time: 1600s, 1890s AD, Kingdom of Dahomey, present-day Benin, West Africa. In West Africa, the Kingdom of Dahomey built something the world had never seen: a full-time army of women, known as the Agogi, later called the Dahomey Amazons. They were trained in warfare from a young age, armed with muskets, machetes, and later rifles. European explorers of the 18th and 19th centuries described them as fearless and disciplined, often fighting harder than male soldiers. The Agogi fought against French colonial forces in the Franco-Dahomean Wars, 1890 to 1894, earning worldwide recognition. Their bravery proved that women could not only fight but also form the backbone of an empire's military strength. Even today, they inspire modern culture, including the warriors seen in films like Black Panther. 5. Kutulan, the Mongol warrior princess. Time: 1260 to 1306 AD, Mongol Empire, descendant of Genghis Khan. Among the Mongols, strength and skill determined honor. Kudelin, the niece of Kublai Khan, was unmatched. A champion wrestler, she declared she would only marry the man who could defeat her in combat. Dozens of princes and warriors tried, but every single one lost. Historical accounts say she won over 10,000 horses from defeated challengers. But she was not just a wrestler. She rode with her father, Kaidu Khan, into battles against the Yuan dynasty and rival Mongol factions. Even Marco Polo, who traveled through Mongolia, wrote about her strength and fearlessness. Though her story was later twisted into myths, Kudelin remains one of the most extraordinary women of the Mongol Empire. Why they were forgotten. So why don't we hear about them as often as Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, or Napoleon? Because history was written mostly by men. Men who decided which names would live and which would fade. The victories of women threatened the balance of power, so their stories were hidden, erased, or dismissed as legend. But history cannot silence them forever. From Britain to Japan, Persia to Africa, and the Mongol steppes, these women proved that courage knows no gender. They were leaders, warriors, and visionaries. Forgotten not because they were weak, but because they were powerful. So, which of these forgotten warriors inspires you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more hidden truths of history, and never forget, the greatest stories are often the ones history tried to bury.